The Bears are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. All right, now that the pick's in, let's go to Adam. Adam, what can you tell us about this guy?
He's been the subject of a fair amount of controversy after a mediocre season that culminated with one of the most impressive final games a defensive lineman has ever enjoyed. Critics claim he was the beneficiary of a tired offensive line, while his proponents cite an incredible swim and rip move that complement a powerful bull rush as the recipe to his success. If he struggles in the NFL and proves his critics right, it'll be interesting to see how much patience his new team has to watch him develop before moving in a different direction.
The Lions are now on the clock. Our very own Adam Schefter has more to say about this pick.
The importance of a lockdown pass defender cannot be emphasized enough, and that's exactly what every GM I talked to described him as. His ability to play physical and to outwork his opposition off the line have also been areas of high praise on his journey to the draft. This skill set could be seen in numerous games this year where he completely shut down some of this draft's top-rated wide receivers. When you're tasked with neutralizing an opponent's #1 wideout each week, there's a great deal of responsibility to ensure you're not just physically ready, but also mentally ready. This is another important trait the GMs I spoke with mentioned to me that made them so excited about this guy. The hope is that he will quickly learn the playbook, get some solid reps in the preseason, and come week 1, be ready to play.
The Vikings are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. Adam, what can you tell us about the Giants' newest player?
Well, there isn't much to say other than this kid was born to run. He's the spitting image of his father, a nationally ranked sprinter in several major events, and highly recruited by every major college. However, unlike his dad, he chose to pursue a career in football, and so far that decision is paying off. He may not be gold medal fast, but he has the speed and quickness to cause fits for the opposing team. He's the type of player you like to see out in the open field where he can make moves a lot of other players can't. The coaches are going to love having his speed at their disposal.
The Jets are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. Pick's been made. Let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about the player.
He's a durable lineman who set a team record for consecutive starts, never missing a game throughout a decorated 4-year college career. Ross Tucker praised his footwork leading up to the combine, where he did not disappoint, solidifying his position as the draft's top offensive line prospect. He has the potential to be the cornerstone of this offensive line for years to come and should provide consistent protection for a franchise quarterback. This is a great pick.
The Bengals are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. Let's go to Adam Schefter now. He's got more to say about the Redskins' latest pick.
Matt Miller and a number of other scouts told me he was their favorite offensive lineman to watch at the All-Star game. Following a great senior year, he came into All-Star Week looking like one of the better lineman prospects this year. And right from the start, the coaches challenged him using blitz packages and other stunts to see how he would react. He handled everything that was thrown at him and not once looked overwhelmed or gassed from the extra attention. Todd McShay tells me he looked like a dominant force on the line, keeping the quarterback clean and opening holes for the tailback to run through. He should be a great fit on this team's offensive line and possibly a day one starter.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
I picked him right.
The Vikings pick is in. Adam, give us the lowdown on Brandon.
Long talked about as a top 3 defensive back prospect, his draft stock fell dramatically after a series of consecutive struggles late in the season against inferior wide receivers. Many speculated that these struggles were due to a series of nagging injuries, a theory which may have been validated by his strong performance at his pro day. I was able to talk with several GMs about him at the Combine, and they told me he possesses the raw physical skills needed to become a top-tier NFL defensive back. 3 skills in particular were mentioned by every GM I spoke to: exceptional physicality at the line of scrimmage, a nose for the ball, and better hands than most receivers they've seen and scouted. The reason for his collegiate struggles may forever be shrouded in mystery, but they'll soon be forgotten if he's able to realize his full football potential.
Buccaneers have just picked up Good. Adam, good move?
He had an average day at the Combine, but something a few different scouts pointed out was his lack of speed in the 40. He ran an average time for an offensive lineman, but the big area of focus for guys his size is the first 10-yard split. It took him almost 2 seconds to get out of his stance and across the first 10 yards. This is a good measure of how quickly a lineman can get out of his stance and get downfield. Looking at what he did at Indy, there's some concern as to how fast he can get to the second level while run blocking. This is an area where improvement can be difficult, but we'll see how he does it for his team.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
Hey, Steeler Nation, OG. had a
The
horrible
Lions
season,
are
and
now on the clock.
trying to see what I can do to improve
All right, let's
this
go to
year.
Adam Schefter, who's got more on this pick.
Coming into the season, several scouts had him ranked as the top linebacker prospect entering the draft, and what followed was a flurry of media attention. The constant distractions looked to have taken their toll on him as he struggled to put together consecutive strong performances throughout the entire season. This inconsistency had him all over the experts' draft boards on a week-to-week basis. Even Todd McShay wasn't immune to the ranking roller coaster, having him anywhere from the number 2 to the number 10 linebacker available. This pick will be looked at as a bit of a gamble until he's able to prove he has the mentality it takes to turn in great performances on a week-to-week basis.
All right, team is now off the clock. Adam Schefter, can you tell us about their newest player?
Like football, rugby's a sport that's played with guys of all shapes and sizes. In his case, he was one of the big guys pushing and pulling blocks in the center of the pitch. He was playing rugby for a university in Australia before he was recruited to transfer and play football for 2 seasons here in America. His first year was spent adjusting to the game, getting used to the different rules and how to play his position properly. The guy even had to adjust how he tackled now that he had to wear pads and a helmet. But his second year is really where we started to see what he could potentially do. He's a physical player at the line of scrimmage. The team was able to pick up a good addition to its line with a bit of an interesting history.
I'm not really in love with any of these. To do that, I had to stop the mic and I had to hook up a different microphone. I'll turn off the mic for right now.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. So they've just picked up Redding. What's the latest on him, Adam?
The IQ test is perhaps one of the most controversial tools used to measure a player's aptitude during the combine. Even so, there are several NFL franchises that place significant value in the results, which is exactly why when this kid scores a 14, heads turned and he found himself losing ground in several experts' mocks. Most GMs want to see a player score in the 20s, but history has shown us that several of the greats, like Marino and McNabb, have scored below this threshold. Scouts I've talked to have praised his football IQ, specifically his ability to learn the playbook and dissect opposition schemes. These traits should serve him well at the next level, though several players with these traits have failed in the past due to the complex nature of the NFL compared to college. Training camp and the preseason are going to be huge for him, and the results, be they positive or negative, will no doubt add fuel to the raging debate over the use of IQ test as a judge of player intelligence.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock.
Sorry about that. I'll look at making a trade for him. I don't really know him that well. Let me look him up. I mean, I already have a good running back. I'm happy with my core running backs. So he pretty much would have to blow me out of the water to pick him up. How can they have no halfbacks? Oh, there's nobody in that's our trade block. Duh. Let's see what we have. That's Bill's dumb idiot. Okay. He's an 81 overall. Very young. Had a good year last year. Well, I could trade the same guy, basically same thing, but I would get younger in the process, which might not be a bad thing for me. Maybe for the sake of competition, I'll trade them Smallwood. And I have they're gonna want that. Trade them this center that I drafted. See if they accept that deal. Well, it doesn't. It's not really in their liking, but okay. Maybe if I add, I'll try to add a. Yeah, but what's called has a great juke as well. I like Matthew's juke. There we go. I got rid of Smallwood. I got the Abdullah that you were saying. So I have two really good running backs now. Okay, let me check out this other guy. Mukamura plays for the Lions as well. Who does Mukamura play for? His Packers? No. Jags. I don't watch Jacksonville. I don't think all year long I've ever seen Jacksonville on TV. Okay, what does Jacksonville want? You said I can probably give them a third-round pick. Let's see what they say. I'm gonna have to. I gotta trade somebody because of my cat. Strong safety. I have strong safety. Here, maybe you'll take pity on me and take my $2 million thing just to help appease me. Oh, you've got to be freaking kidding me. Okay, let's take that off the board. And we'll try 2009 first round draft pick. I think it's overkill. I think they're going to be happy with that. Wow. They just do not want that cornerback. Okay. So how about if I give you a third round pick? I'll have to try to give them something else that they want. I have a defensive tackle if they could want. Maybe I could give them Martin. That will.
I forget, do you swallow these?
I'm live streaming right now. And yes, you do. Oh, come on. That is so close. Okay. I think if I give them the first round pick for the next season, I think the following season, I think they would take it. I'm not doing this season because I'm still rebuilding. But the following year, I'm willing to give up one. Submit. Ooh, it's even worse. Maybe even less interest in that, which is surprising because they're more interested in the third round that's closer. Interesting. Very good defensive tackles for what's called Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox is too good. I'm not giving Willen. My third string running back. Yeah, he's my punt returner. I really don't want to get rid of my punt returner. Not getting rid of any of these guys. My heart and soul of my offense. I don't want to give up 2 draft picks. If that was the case, then it would be simple. Giving 2 draft picks and stuff and everything for the cornerback, I don't see the extreme value in that. I think that's giving up too much. Okay, maybe if I I won't give up a first rounder. I'll give them 2 third-round picks. That's the best I'm going to be able to offer. There you go. 2 third-round picks is fine. That works. And I'm still going to have to figure out a way to get I got to get more players on my team. I guess the cap hasn't refreshed for the new season, which is probably a little bit of my problem. Because I don't have a complete team. My team is only 50 players. How many do we have? Yeah, I think you're right. I think I have too much. I don't think I can afford to pick up any more people. My salary cap and everything is killing me. I mean, I can't pick up any people, and I had to do a releasing and stuff as it was. It's like I can't afford to pick up anybody. I really want to pick up more people, but I only have 270,000 in caps. But how do I have? Oh, I'm taking a 14.1 cap penalty into it all. That's how I'm really screwed. If I didn't have that much of a cap penalty, I wouldn't have this problem. I'd love to go free shopping and really pick up the team, but it might be just one of those things where I'm gonna have to pick up players at a minimum. Still, I'd have to trade somebody and just to free up some salary cap and get some bare minimum guys. Yeah, I gotta make sure they didn't have the huge penalties is my problem. Let me sort this by guys that have no penalty. There's the guy that you just told me to trade for. That's like $4.2 million in cap space. These other guys I would start taking penalties for if I cut them. And they're not much in the overall salary. This I'd be willing to kill. Because he's a cornerback. He only has a 68 overall rating. Here, Bills, you're desperate for a cornerback. I needed a fullback, so that was a good trade away. teams really want him. What are they willing to trade for him? They need to give away at least 1.5 million, 3 in cap space, which I'm fine with. I have room. I don't need a halfback. I don't need a fullback. It's too much. Plenty of tight ends. Okay, he's 22. He's perfect. Who else can you give me? I like shopping for players. It's fun when shopping for players. Okay. Those two for my guy. I get 2 players that I need and positions I need. I almost feel like I should ask for a little bit more and be greedy. Give me a 4th round pick. It's close. Oh, you're interested. You just don't want to give a high 4th round pick. How about if I make it a 6th round pick? A little bit better. How about a 2019 1st round pick? Okay, how about if I just make it those 2 guys? Really? Give me a 6th round pick from next year's draft. Oh, that is so close. Ooh. Okay. How about the number 6 for this year? It's almost time.
Still good 30 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, we'll look at the 4th round pick for this year's draft. They'll have to say yes. Yes, they accepted it. I got my 2 guys, I'm happy. Okay. Let's look at my roster and see what I need to pick up now. Got 2 quarterbacks, 4 halfbacks, fullback, 5 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, 2 left tackles. Oh wow, 5 million left guards. Might be a little overloaded on the left guard end, just a little bit. Well, it's not a bad idea. I wouldn't, but it's... Maybe I can see about trading... I do agree that Quincy from the Jets would be a good deal. Nope. He's not there. He might have been. He might have went in free agency after the season went over. The Ravens receivers stink. Let's see if the Redskins will help me out. I don't know where he is. Huh. Well, this is an interesting one. Yeah, I like guys that can. It's like I like a nice husky player. I got 3 good tight ends that do that. I just wouldn't mind having a speed guy. I see him not wanting me to do this at all, but. Oh, oh, oh. I really want him. Okay, this is a crazy trade. Nope, they didn't want that. Just drafted these 2 to be under Hicks. I don't want to give them up. got Graham and I got Kendricks. I don't have anybody else. There's nobody else to give. I can give them Reynolds and see if they want him. I think they'd want one of my left ends. I just don't want to give my top guys away. I traded away my one top guy. I got rid of. I already got my other one. I need my edge rushers. Let's see if this is what fits their bill. They're not going to do it. They're just not going to do it. I'm hearing you. But those guys are only like 76 is the top guy. And he's like in the 30s. My point being is my guys are younger. He's younger. It just it wouldn't make any sense. I mean, he's in his 20s, and I have no interest in getting rid of him. This is going to take too much to complete right now. I sadly have to go. I have to pack up and stuff. I will be broadcasting later tonight, probably around 10 or 11 at nighttime, and I'm going to continue this. I'm going to save this as it is right here, and I will be continuing tonight. And then I'll play my first preseason game. I'm going to look also some names up and see what I can do to improve this to get my roster. Where's my roster count now? Roster count. Nope, doesn't tell me. See what it doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't tell me anything in there. I'm my coach goals currently. was something. I think I was in the trade block when I was wanted to see things. Yeah, there it is, right on the left side, duh. So my roster size currently is 51. I have 3.83 million in cap. So I can easily sign 2 players to do that. So so for tonight's episode, I'm going to sign this. I'm going to at least sign at least 2 players, probably at the minimum, and then I'm going to start with what I have right now. I'll just then go from there. So until then, this is davidb69. Good day.